Hello everybody. Welcome back to the channel where we talk about stuff. Don't forget to follow me on social media. There are links in the description below the video. A very big thank you to everyone who leaves a like on the videos. It helps out the algorithm immensely. So what we're going to go over is hypothetical, but also reality, because the numbers do make sense. What we've been given or what we've been told thus far is that next year is meant to be completely insane. From what, if you haven't been here, you missed a couple of 35 videos. We're expecting this year, as far as we've been told, to have at least 2 more interest rate cuts this year. That's been kind of the news. It was said during one of the Fed's minutes or hours or wherever the thing they were talking about the last couple of weeks. The expectation is that next year, interest rates within the United States are going to plummet, completely, not slowly go down, but completely fall down in one fell swoop when there is a new head of the Federal Reserve. Got it. The buying from these institutions, from the companies, from the hedge funds, from the ETFs, from the other countries for Bitcoin and crypto are also expected to go up as well. Got it. We've been hearing that for quite some time. Retail interest currently is slowly going up, but we would have normally, how do I say this? Normally, everyday normal people would be more intensely in the cryptocurrency market, but for whatever reason, it could be the slow movement up in prices that hasn't caused a gigantic rush into the market. But if we do indeed see an extended bull run, if you missed those videos as well, there are people who are saying, and I won't say the word confirming, who are announcing that they think that this current bull market is going to extend very far into 2026 and or bring us into the year 2028, 2029 with $1 million Bitcoin. When inflation happens with the US dollar or any other assets, but we're focusing on the world reserve currency, asset prices tend to do extremely well, as we've been seeing over the last decade or so. On top of that, inflation is expected to really go up next year, especially with the devaluation of the dollar and all this stuff happening with stable coins, but that's also another topic of discussion. So, as asset prices this year have done pretty well comparative to everything that we've been seeing within the rest of the world and grocery prices, gold's price has also done exceptionally well this year as well. Projections are currently for gold, and I know we're talking about gold, right? How weird. There's a reason for it. Gold is projected to basically hit $5,000 within the next couple of months if things continue in this direction. There's a huge amount of economic fear and uncertainty because of economic policies, and people don't know basically what the future holds for the United States dollar if things continue going in this direction. And as such, asset prices are expected to go higher. Gold's price has been doing extremely well in the last few months, and it is expected that Bitcoin will do the same. I don't know if you can hear that outside. Probably. Anyway, it is expected that Bitcoin and gold are relatively intertwined in some sort of way, especially with Bitcoin often being called digital gold. So, analysts from Van Eck is one of like the large Fidelity, BlackRock, like those level of institutions who are in the cryptocurrency space. Their data, their analysis has shown with gold above $4,000, the implied valuation of Bitcoin should therefore, according to their numbers, actually be a lot higher than it currently is. You know how we've heard before that Bitcoin's heavily undervalued? We've gone over that 38,000 times. The idea is, with all these institutions, all these companies, all these governments, Bitcoin should probably realistically already be over $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 based on implied value, usage of the network, the trillions of dollars going through it every single month, that kind of thing. Their analysis shows and has linked Bitcoin. It says that Bitcoin's actual valuation, if you put it to the rising value of gold at $4,000 per ounce, has Bitcoin's value equivalent to being 644,000 US dollars. So this is one of those things, once again, where Bitcoin's implied value, or where it's supposed to be, or where analysts keep saying that Bitcoin's price is supposed to level off at in some sort of manner, is far, far, far away from where we're supposed to be. That's why I think, in essence, we've had a couple of the purists of Bitcoin maximalists the last couple of months, all kind of shouting, if you will, that Bitcoin's price should, and remember earlier this year, they were all saying this year, they were anticipating a $500,000 Bitcoin. And that was like in March, April. That was well before we got these hundreds of companies actually announcing their egregiously large Bitcoin purchases. The idea of Bitcoin beating, passing, going over gold is really a tale as old as time within the cryptocurrency space. Because of gold's actual valuation going higher and its market cap going higher and the price going higher, I assume the implied value per Bitcoin that we would need to have in order to get Bitcoin to match the actual market cap of gold, I can't even imagine. We've heard famously the number was, I think, $788,000 per Bitcoin, but gold has since been moving up. The expectations for this year are still that Bitcoin's going to do extremely well. It would be wonderful if we had an extended multi-year bull run that would get us to $1 million Bitcoin, but the payoff for $1 million Bitcoin means that the US dollar has essentially all but collapsed. So, yeah, $644,000 based on current gold pricing. Yeah, that's a bit, I know it's really intense. Would be nice if we got there, but, you know, we'll see what ends up happening. This is not the first time that we've had some big company being like Bitcoin's undervalued and the price should be like 4 or 5x where it currently is. So I guess fingers and toes crossed. Yeah, I think that's going to do it for this video, everyone. I do hope that you've all enjoyed. I do hope you all are having a great day, a great morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. I do hope it is absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching, listening, liking, commenting, and supporting, and I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.